Welcome everyone in this video tutorial for the chapter Acid, Base and Salts. This is the first tutorial for this chapter. In this chapter, we shall discuss about what are indicators. Before starting, what are indicators? First, a little bit of introduction on chapter Acid, Base and Salts. We are aware about 30 lakh chemical substances or chemical compounds. These compounds may be classified on the basis of their properties such as color, taste, solubility, and chemical behavior. On the basis of their chemical behavior, we have only three groups in which they can be classified. First is acid, base, and salts. All acids have something in common, or I should say, all acids have certain chemical properties which are common for all acids. Similarly, base and salts, they all have certain some types of properties or chemical properties which are same for everyone, every salt or every base. This is the thing why we first need to study about acid, base and salts. We are going to go through the common characters which they have. Svante Arrhenius' concept of acid and base. Arrhenius was the first person to provide a classification for what is an acid and what is a base. According to his theory, a substance which when mixed in water release hydronium ion, which when mixed with water or in solution with water is giving hydronium ion, that is H3O positive, or we simply also call it H positive. We call it an acid. Similarly, those substances which provide OH negative in aqueous solution are known as base. Thus, HCl, acetic acid, sulfuric acid are acids because they all can give H3O positive or H plus ions. Similarly, sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, calcium oxide, and ammonium hydroxide, they all are bases because they can produce OH minus ions in aqueous solutions. Acid base indicators. The substance that changes its color when added to an acid or base is known as acid base indicator. Why do we need these indicators? Suppose you are provided with an acid and a base. There are acids and there are bases which are colorless. When they are solved in water, when they are dissolved in water, they do not show any color. If they are both kept together, how would you know which is acid and which is base? Or we know something which has sour taste is acid, and the acid which is kept for you is HCl, hydrochloric acid. Are you going to dip your finger inside that acid and taste it? Your finger, your fingernail, as well as your tongue, all are going to get spoiled up. They are going to burn up because of the acid. And similarly, in the case of base also, we don't want such things to happen. So that's why we have indicators which help us in detecting what is an which is an acid and which is an base. So in indicators, we have two types of indicators: naturally occurring indicators and synthetic or commercial indicators. Indicators. First, talking about turmeric. You all have observed since your child, when whenever you smell some vegetables, cooked vegetables or any curry on your clothes, they have which have having turmeric, they leave a stain, a yellow color stain on your cloth. When you try to wash it and you apply some soap over it, that stain immediately turns into red color. This red color shows the presence of a base. Hence, a turmeric is an indicator for a base. Purple cabbage. Generally, the color of cabbage is purple. But when it is dipped in acidic medium, it gives red color, and similarly in base it gives green color. So it works on both. Litmus. Litmus is obtained from lichen, which we are going to study in next coming slides, and its actual color is purple blue. But when it is reacted with any or it is shown to any acid, it changes its color to red, and when it is treated with any base, it changes its color to blue. China rose. The petals of China rose, in neutral they are in pink color. In acidic they show dark pink, and in base they become green. Phenolphthalein is an synthesized or commercial indicator. It is colorless for neutral as well as acidic situations, but it does show pink color for basic situations. Similarly, methyl orange is also an commercial indicator which is synthesized, and its base normal color, its neutral color is orange. When it is treated with acid, it changes to red, and when it is treated with base, it changes to yellow. So it works on both. Now, phenolphthalein, it only works on base, but methyl orange, it works on both acid as well as base. So with the change of color, we can distinguish that which is an acid and which is an base. Litmus being the most commonly used acid base indicators in our laboratories. It is available in litmus paper as well as in litmus liquid. Litmus is generally used to show what is an acid and what is an base. We all know that when a blue strip of litmus paper is dipped in acid, it immediately turns into red color, and when a red litmus paper is dipped in base, it immediately turns into blue color. It all starts from a purple dye, which is extracted from lichen, a plant belonging to a variety Thallophytae. Those indicators which do not change their color, but with the presence of a smell, they can they can help you in determination of what is an acid and what is a base. For example, onion. Onion, when it is dipped in any acidic solution, nothing happens to its smell. Its smell stays with it. But the moment it is introduced to any base, it loses its smell so fast that you will be able to understand that this is a base. For example, after chopping an onion, if you rub your hands with a uh, lemon juice, the smell of onion will be on your hands. But if you wash your hands immediately with a base, that is a soap, your hands will be out of the smell of onion. They will not be having any smell of onion on it. Similarly, vanilla extract. Vanilla extract also works as that of onion. In acid, it shows nothing, no change. But this vanilla extract, when is treated with base, it loses its smell. Clove oil. Clove, another name of uh, uh, clove oil loses its smell in basic solution and retains smell in acidic solution. It's same. Uh, I forgot the name of clove. What it's called in. You all have seen that clove was something long stick with tip of flower. Four. It has a flower type structure. I don't know what it's called in Hindi, but it's a long. It's quite long, nearly 1 centimeter in size, which is having a flowery tip. It tastes like chili. Universal indicator. Now this topic in NCERT comes after acid and base, but as we are handling with the indicators, so I decided to do it first with indicators itself. When we are talking about universal indicator is working on the you can say theory or the thesis of Svante Arrhenius. As Arrhenius already told us that the presence of H plus and OH ions are responsible for something to be acid and something to be base. The higher the amount of H plus ions, the stronger the acid is. Similarly, higher the amount of OH ions, the stronger the base is, and vice versa. So if I reduce, if I mix a salt in a liquid, that liquid should be water. If I add the salt in water and the presence of H plus ions is very less, then the acid is weak. And similarly for a base, if the salt is mixed in water and the presence of OH ions is very less, then it is a very weak base. But in terms when the presence of OH ions is in very huge amount in that liquid, that acid is strong, and as well as similarly the base is strong. The strength of any solution of an acid or a base can be determined from the concentration of H plus and OH minus ions in the solution. It is determined in the term of pH, that is small p and capital H. Now this, what is the meaning of this P? That P stands for potens. It's a German word. Potens means power, the power of hydrogen. It was given by Danish biochemist S.P. Sorensen, who wanted to test the acidity of beer he wanted to drink. You can find this whole information in the notes and internet everywhere. But the thing which we need to understand here is uh, logarithm. When we talk about logarithm, the formula which is shown here is power of H is equal to minus log H plus. This H plus is the presence of or the amount of H concentration of hydrogen or hydronium ion. But the formula how you are going to deal with this is provided in notes on page number 5. And some numericals over it are provided on page number 6 in the notes. Please go study them, and if you face any issue, discuss it with me. The thing is, when we are talking about an universal indicator, acids have a pH which is less than 7. If H plus amount is very high, then the power will be 1, and 1 means it will be having very high concentration of 1 means a very high concentration of H plus ions, and hence it is a very strong acid. And vice versa, when the H plus is very zero or very near to zero, means the value will be nearly 14, and if the value is 14 means it is a base, a very strong base. The more acidic is a solution, lesser will be its pH. The more alkaline is a solution, higher will be its pH.